All right, so it's now time for the DNA of Liam. Bro, you think what I posted yesterday was the shocker? You see this one ain't shocked me past for everything, yeah. This part is crazy, you know. Very, very crazy. I was shocked. I'm like, bro. But anyways, before I start on the DNA, because this DNA is really important, there's some narrative that I've seen. And I will answer that narrative because I want that narrative to die today. You see them say, Chocho, after how many years, you know they talk about Mohbad never get justice. That's number one. They will now say, very dark man, you must tell us to kill Mohbad. That's number two. You see, first things first. There's a person called Tupac Umaru Shakur. He's a legend, right? He was killed in 1996. Coincidentally, that was the same year that Mohbad was born, 1996. There's another coincidence again. Mohbad died on the 12th of September, 2023. Do you know when Tupac died? Tupac died on the 13th of September, 1996. See, there's a similarity. Just one day apart in their death dates. And after 30 years, they finally arrested somebody linked to the death of Tupac. After 30 years, with all the equipment, all the police that they have, after it took a whole 30 years to be able to track down and arrest Kifidi. So this Mohbad, how many years has it been? But all these things that they are saying, I'll tell you why they are saying it. They don't want people's attention on the matter because attention puts them under pressure. It's that pressure that they don't want. They think they've covered everything. For their mind now, they don't hide all the evidence. They don't kill the case. That's why they vex anytime when I bring the matter up. They vex them. Because they said they don't kill that case. Nobody go ask again. They don't chop, they'll clean mouth, everything. Bro, slow and steady. I'm a patient person. And one thing about me, you know I'm always here. Because the truth never departs from my lips. No matter if people try to twist what I say, or blah, blah, you can't change the truth. So now, we'll go straight to the DNA. Now, with that narrative of that, after many years, Mohbad never get justice. Tell them, so Tupac took 30 years for them to arrest one person. Now, as you all know, this DNA matter, I brought it up in the earlier stage of the investigation. I was almost eaten alive by a lot of Nigerian women. A lot of them, not all. I was almost eaten alive. They hated me for it till today. But I don't care about the hate because, to be honest, that's your opinion. Your hating is your opinion. I don't care. So they hated me for it. I was even threatened by the family members then that they would sue me if I talk about the DNA again. But of course, I'll be rattled. You can't threaten me, you know. That one move. Now, Baba Mohbad now capitalized on that DNA. Because for some reason, it is the DNA that they have not been able to answer. They've not done it. And that DNA that I was insulted and rebuked for is the only thing that's holding on to this case. Anyways, this year in 2026, around 10th of February, they went to court because Baba Mohbad had been pressuring that he wants to do the DNA. They should give him Liam. Let him go and do a DNA test to be sure that that is his grandson. Then they will know how to move on from there. So he kept on asking the court, and the court finally granted it. But now, they cannot do a normal DNA test. Because the fluid, the water from Mohbad body go down dry. The blood self no go balance again. So there's no way they can do the normal DNA. So they will have to resort to doing what we call a tissue-based DNA test. So now, what is a tissue-based DNA? Let me read it. A tissue-based DNA testing is a DNA testing done using a piece of biological tissue from a person's body rather than the typical cheek swab or blood sample. For a deceased person, tissue may be collected from sources such as the muscle or other preserved tissue, skin, bone, or teeth, internal organ, depending on the condition of the body. The laboratory extracts DNA from the tissue and compares the DNA profile with the samples from relative or another person. Important. Tissue-based DNA can be particularly useful in identification and paternity kinship cases involving deceased person, especially when a normal cheek swab is impossible. So in this case, they will need to do a tissue based on Mohbad. So they'll collect sample from Liam, then they'll collect a bone or teeth or part of his skin then they'll go and do the DNA testing. Now, this DNA, they can't do it in Nigeria. They can't do it in Nigeria. They have to take it abroad. Because even the normal DNA, you cannot even do it in Nigeria. So now, they say they will need to collect sample from Liam and take to the US. Of course, there was a debate. Wunmi said she get her own hospital. When they started dragging, the court now gave an order. The court now said, you know what? Baba Mohbad, we'll give you people time. You will provide 3 names, 3 hospital names or laboratory where they do DNA. 3 from your side. Wunmi, you will provide 3 from your side. And the court, who is like an umpire, the welfare officer will bring 3 laboratories where they will conduct this DNA. After your research, go and do your research and make sure that these people do DNA. On all levels, they do DNA. They agreed, they left. When they came back, they now brought 3 names each. Then the court now pick one out of each. I will read the court, what the court said. After all said and done, it is hereby unanimously agreed by all the parties and their lawyers in this case that the paternity test DNA herein mentioned should be carried out and done at these 3 laboratory centers, while the taking and forwarding of the sample must be well supervised by the social welfare officer, Ms. R.O. Aderamo. The laboratory centers are as follows. Number 1, the number 1 is the one that Baba Mohbad brought. DNA Diagnostics Center, Fairfield, Ohio, United States, ED Manton AB. So this number 1, Baba Mohbad brought it. Number 2 is the one that Wunmi brought. Alpha Biolab, 14, Webster Court, Karina Park, Westbrook, Warrington, WA5, AWD, United Kingdom. Then number 3 is the one that the court provided, the one that the welfare officer provided, Mrs. R.O. Aderamo. She said she provided Advanced Histopathology Laboratory Limited, 47A, Davonshire Street, lower ground floor, London, WIG 7AW, United Kingdom. Then they go on to say, the taking of the sample and forwarding of the sample to the above laboratory centers must be adequately supervised by Ms. R.O. Aderamo, the welfare officer, in the presence of the parties and their respective lawyers. I hold and so hold. Right? So the courts have chosen and have said, okay, since you people have done your research and you have said you have brought these laboratories, we'll give you have done research, these people do DNA on all type of DNA they do. Right? Tissue based, everything they do. So it has been agreed. So they give them. Now, they were now getting ready to collect sample from Liam. So as they were preparing, somebody from Baba Mohbad camp now said, see, we are sure of our own laboratory where we want to do this DNA in the US. Because we have nothing to hide. Right? But with the way we have been doing since this DNA matter, this is their own lab that they brought. Can we do an investigation if truly these people are legit? Because I don't trust this girl. Oh. They started arguing. One of them now said, what is the harm in trying? All we have to do is to send them an email to be sure that they do the DNA. Oh boy, now we have a problem there. Let me read the email that was sent. Hey! Oh, mommy! Alright, so this is the DNA that was sent to the one that Wunmi provided, Alpha Biolab. As you can see, Alpha Biolab, it is there. See the address, Alpha Biolab, and the address that is here, right? So the person that sent the email, my name is Oluwasegun Julius, and I am a resident of the United States. I am writing to inquire whether your laboratory performs tissue-based DNA testing for paternity purposes. I am assisting my family members in Nigeria who need clarity regarding paternity. The child is a minor under the age of 5 and is alive, located in Nigeria, and the alleged father is deceased. His body has been embalmed for over 2 years without no fluid and blood remains in the body system, and is currently held in a morgue in Lagos, Nigeria. We would like to know if your laboratory can support testing in this situation. Details of our inquiry, what they want to know. Number 1, do you perform DNA testing using tissue from an already embalmed body? An embalmed body is a body that has been preserved, make it no smell, all those things. So they're not already embalmed so that you know the smell and you know the decay or something like that, right? Number 2, what specific samples are required, e.g., bone tissue type, and what material or collection kits are needed to ensure proper and uncontaminated collection. That is when they want to collect sample from Liam. Number 3, what is the total cost for this process, including international coordination if applicable? Number 4, what is the estimated turnaround time from sample collection to final result? Number 5, do you have a partner laboratory representative or a sample collector in Nigeria who can assist with a proper sample collection and shipment? Number 6, if not, could you please provide detailed written instruction, required documentation, and handling procedures so the samples can be collected and preserved correctly? Kindly also provide all necessary consent form and documentation, clear sample collection and shipping instruction, a direct phone number for your office or a specialist who we can speak with for guidance. We want to ensure that any samples collected are handled correctly and meet your laboratory's standards to avoid contamination or delay. Thank you very much for your time and assistance. I look forward to your response. And that was when these people, Alpha Biolab, now responded to Mr. Oluwasegun. And this is what they said. Dear Oluwasegun, thank you for contacting us. Unfortunately, we cannot assist as the body has already been embalmed. So therefore, they don't do a tissue-based DNA. And their Wunmi submitted this, that they do a tissue-based DNA. The question is this: which results would they have provided if they didn't send this email to confirm if this lab does tissue-based DNA? Therefore, Wunmi would have submitted a result, a DNA result. So which one they won't submit? Which one? But no be Wunmi won't shock me, because I expected Wunmi's own to be like this. Wunmi will not shock me at all. You know the one where shocked me? The courts. This same message that I just read, they just copied it and sent it to the email of Advanced Histopathology Laboratory Limited. And their response will shock you, but they used another name. When it was sent, the person that sent it was Folakemi Shodipo. They sent her an email, and this is what they said: thank you for your email. We do not provide these services. This one said, no, they won't do DNA. Hey, Nigeria! Woo, woo, woo. The one that the courts provided, they don't do DNA at all. So therefore, the courts and Wunmi, they in sync. These people are in cahoots. Bro, now the question is this: if Baba Mohbad people did not send an email, thank God this thing that we both in, people figure they verify. Start sending them emails to ask. Let them start responding to all of you. Please send them emails. So if they didn't inquire, which result will me for bring? So therefore they will not have done the testing. So which result they won't bring before? So if to say Baba Mohbad bring your own, Wunmi will come bring her own, and courts will bring their own. Two of them, they will not agree that our own is the same now. Baba Mohbad, your own is not the same. They will come be as if Baba Mohbad na madman. They'll say, Nigerians will say, but the court have already said that it's not, the child is on Mohbad now. So what is he saying? Don't he say a madman? Thank God he went to go and inquire beforehand. Nigerians, show that they see. Now, that brings us to the coroner inquest. I will read what Prime Boy said. Prime Boy, Mohbad's best friend, in the open court. This one will be statements. This is a certified true copy, as you can see. CTC. This is the everybody for the coroner inquest here. Bro, this coroner inquest bust my head. I go start to read them online. After this DNA now. Bro, now go crazy. I swear to God. Now, this is what Prime Boy said. The question they asked Prime Boy: Can you tell this court? You said there was a misunderstanding before you came down from the car to clear the road. Did you pick any hints that led to the misunderstanding or bone of contention as a confidant to Mohbad? Then Prime Boy answered, the only thing I know is that Cynthia was angry when Mohbad said, I only moved closer to you once, and I don't know if this baby is even mine. Like maybe Mohbad was not ashamed to say this kind of a thing in the presence, and they started fighting, and Mohbad said, I gave your mom 400,000. You guys think you can bring me down and take all my properties? I will stop here. This issue of property will continue on another place. We will continue at another place. This issue of property, as you can see, a link to Wunmi going to fake an NIN name. She went to go and add Aloba to her name. Forgery. Secretly went to court to substitute Mohbad's name and put her name so that she will claim billions for Mohbad royalty. She and Adura Aloba. Both of these two persons, they were in that house that day when everything happened. Me, at the top of my head, I feel like the both of them know exactly what happened, and they decided to agree within themselves that, Omo, it don't happen. This is what we are going to do. Me and you will share. That is what I can see in all of this. But you see this property, will they come back to them, right? It has been established she forged documents to collect royalty. But now we are talking about the DNA. Prime Boy said that the argument that buzzed this fight was when Mohbad said, I only moved to you once, meaning say, I only knocked you once. I don't even know if the baby is mine. Not knock you once, as per se, they never knocked Korea before. Because according to the story, they don't know themselves for a long time. But maybe in this period, because Mohbad can just say, I only knock you once. You can't come back on the talk, say, this speaking on my own. I'm not even sure say this speaking on my own. So therefore, up till now, they've not done a DNA on the boy. Now, the lawyers now went back to court and said, my lord, this is what we discovered. This is what we discovered, though. That the information that the welfare officer, that the court brought, this court which is meant to be supervising if what we are doing is transparent, the court went to go and give an information of a lab that does not do DNA at all. And the one that Wunmi brought also does not do a tissue-based DNA, especially on an embalmed body. Do you know what they said? The judge said. The judge said, hey now, but this DNA, she will told you people to forget about it. Why are you people don't? That magistrate, they're saying don't retire now. There's another part. They said that when they go to court, anytime they enter court, that if they don't come out from court, they'll bring Mama Mohbad enter. The case continues even when the other lawyers don't come out. But then again, the question is, DNA test, how far? So right now, as we speak, what is going on is that Wunmi don't even know the papa of the pikin, because even she said, say may they give her sample, maybe only she go do am. That one don't cast. Lastly, you see that group chat when I released that time? That group chat of their Tonto and everybody. It is said that one of the reasons why the group chat scattered towards the end is because they went to go and conduct a secret DNA. And when they conducted this secret DNA, the results came back inconclusive. And the other persons in the group now tell Queen Murder, see, after this result, she refused to disclose to them because all of them, they didn't have direct access to Wunmi. Now only Iyabo has access to Wunmi. Iyabo refused to share that result. And that was why, you see, now I don't even do that was why some of them scatter for the group. Because Iyabo was not even open to them. And Naim caused problem. They say Naim could cause problem between her and the other new Queen Mother where God called. You understand? But that is not the basic of this. All this one are just them say. More take and say them say. So they say that we don't do DNA before codedly. And it came back inconclusive. Right? But now, the one that the court have ordered, these people went to go and bring fake labs because the girl does not want to do DNA. And Mohbad have said that I only do you once. But even the Mohbad said, only once, say if you give person belle na, Mohbad. Once they give belle too. Once they give belle. But I guess he's trying to talk about the timing. Yeah? Maybe he's trying to talk about the timing. Say, come, me and you knock yesterday, for instance, or I knock you day before yesterday. You can't come today, say you don't carry belly. Come, you sure see this belly and me get time. So maybe he's talking about the timing, yeah? But that's not the point. The only place to clear all of this is that DNA must be done. You see, after how many years? This is 2026, 3 years, one thing. Where VDM talks, still they hold the matter till today. The girl never do am. Yesterday, I see her post video. They say she post video, they form unbothered. You are bothered, my dear. Now go learn new thing. Peace and love, don't play. If you play gun down, I will learn the hard way. Don't play.